Back at BlizzCon 2019, Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan went on stage and said that Blizzard would
redefine what a sequel means.
And oh, you sure did, Blizzard.
I hate this game!
Well, welcome to the everyday experience of being an Overwatch 2 fan.
I'm going on Metacritic right now. You can see that the user score is starting to suffer further.
PvE scrapped, talent trees and long-term progression scrapped, and the only thing we're getting for PvE is archive-style missions every once in a while.
It wasn't that difficult. You promise something, so you deliver it. That's all you have to do.
Overwatch 2 is dead.
But how did this happen? How did Overwatch go from Game of the Year in 2016 and one of the biggest esports in the world to a
Cash grab marketing scam, a scam, S-C-A-M, that made them abandon the first game for years?
Well, first we need to talk about what made Overwatch popular in the first place. And a huge part of that was world building. One of the best parts about Overwatch was definitely its world building. Some would even argue that the best part about playing Overwatch was closing Overwatch and watching a 2-hour-long compilation of all of its official cinematics. So it comes to no surprise that the feature players requested Blizzard to add the most was a fully fledged PvE campaign with a fleshed out story, and so Blizzard delivered. Sorta. They gave us Junkenstein's Revenge, a limited time PvE Halloween mode, which sucked. And so a few months later, Blizzard delivered Overwatch Uprising. This one was actually good. While the game mode was extremely short and very simple, it had some nice features, like the variety of unique objectives and enemy types which require some strategy to beat. And it was a nice preview of what could come if Blizzard put enough time and resources into it. For many years, Blizzard kept delivering these small PvE missions, but by the third one, they had stopped. No one knew why. In fact, updates to Overwatch as a whole slowed down in 2019, and the players kept wondering what had happened, until BlizzCon 2019, when Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan came on stage and announced Overwatch 2. Blizzard threw a complete curveball, announcing Overwatch sequel only 3 years after its release. Huh. So what is Overwatch 2 bringing of new to the table? The answer? A fully fledged PvE story campaign, featuring new maps, enemy types, characters, and so many other features. Basically, everything that the player base asked for since 2016. But wait. That's not everything. Overwatch 2 also features what the developers call hero missions, which are highly replayable PvE missions, detached from the main campaign, and there are going to be hundreds of them. And on top of that, we are also getting a new talent system, which allows the players to take their favorite characters and upgrade them, giving them tons of new wacky abilities and talents. But wait. That's not everything. Overwatch 2 will also feature tons of new PvP content, like new maps, heroes, and a new core game mode called Push, which is basically TF2's 5CP with extra steps. Players were excited, and they had the right to be. However, this was a very ambitious project, and there's still a lot to be done. And sadly, this indie company couldn't handle working on 2 games at the same time, so they slowed down work on Overwatch 1 and put all of their blood, sweat, and tears into delivering Overwatch 2. However, Blizzard wasn't gonna leave without one last bang, and so they released Overwatch's last hero, Echo. And oh boy, that last bang must have came out with some diarrhea, because this character sucks. This was by far the most boring, annoying, and completely uncalled for character Blizzard ever gave us. But that was fine. Blizzard might have left us with a small sour taste in our mouths, but soon enough, Blizzard would release Overwatch 2, and it would come with tons of new heroes and that's unfortunate. But I mean, I doubt it will reach the US. Oh no. During 2020, the whole world lit on fire, and Blizzard were forced to close down their offices and switch to a work-from-home structure, which led to months and months of no progress, and Overwatch 2 falling well behind schedule. However, in 2021, Blizzard organized BlizzConline and showed a ton of new Overwatch 2 content, and oh boy, it was so much better than we thought. They showed us new maps, Rome, New York, Brazil. Different roles will now have unique passive abilities. The tank role will be completely reworked. The characters will have new updated designs. There's this new technology where sound effects sound different depending on what part of the map you are in. PvE missions will have completely different unique objectives, and some maps will have areas unique only for PvE missions. There are thousands of new completely unique enemy types. You can push your enemies around by shooting them, and cause them to shoot each other, causing a ripple effect. JJreact. The talent tree has now more than triple the talents. Maps can have different times of day, and some have unique weather conditions that affect gameplay. The story would branch out in different ways depending on the characters you chose to play as. Everything that was shown that day looked absolutely incredible. And even though there's still a lot to be done, there was a lot of hope for the game Overwatch 2 could be. 2 months later, Overwatch's director Jeff Kaplan left? Huh. I am leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. Never accept the world as it appears to be, always there to see for what it could be. Well, this is odd. Anyways, there's a new Overwatch 2 developer livestream, and the developers just announced a shift in the format from 6v6 to 5v5, and the community is extremely divided. The developers say it's gonna make Overwatch more balanced, some people agree, most do not.
You think 5v5 is the solution? How about you balance your game instead next time?
But we'll see. And then, radio silence. Every once in a while we would get some news, but nothing big. And at one point, the radio silence got so big that even Overwatch 1 stopped getting any kind of new content. Not even skins. But it's okay, because Overwatch 2 is gonna come out with 3 whole years of fresh new content all at once. Any day now. Any day now. And then one day, finally, a beta. Finally, it seemed we were reaching an endpoint for Overwatch, and the starting point for Overwatch 2. However, before the beta, Blizzard launched the first Overwatch Remix event. This event was a celebration of all of these years of Overwatch, featuring remixed versions of old skins, all limited time game modes that came beforehand, and most importantly, every single event skin was available for you to buy, encouraging you to waste your last credits on everything you can. We'll come back to that later. Anyways, the first beta rolled around, and people were very satisfied. The game was 10 times more fun than before. Everything felt super balanced and refreshing, and the new 5v5 format was a huge success. And although there wasn't much new content, it would all come out in the official release. And then came another remix event with more skins, and then another beta, this time with the new hero Junker Queen, who was extremely fun. And then came the last remix event. We were reaching the endgame, and soon, everything from these last years was about to culminate in this very moment. And then, it came.
Even the best journeys end. But a new one is right around the corner.
Blizzard forced every single person who wanted to play Overwatch to associate a phone number to their account, as a means to prevent smurfing, which was a huge problem Overwatch 1 had. And this isn't a bad idea. However, it better not be prepaid, because Blizzard only allows postpaid phone numbers. Unsurprisingly, people were pissed.
Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck.
Millions upon millions of players would be completely unable to play. Players would be forced to either switch phone providers, use their friends' phones, or create burner phone numbers to put their Blizzard accounts in. So now that you've borrowed your uncle's phone number, you can finally play Overwatch. Eventually. You see, Overwatch 2 broke new grounds by re-implementing the exciting queue times of Overwatch 1 into Overwatch 2. This time with 16 times the detail. Also, there seems to be a DDoS attack going on, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with this. Alright, so it took 3 hours, but I'm finally in Overwatch. Wait, where are my skins? Where are my emotes, my levels? My sprays? Blizzard told us cosmetics would transfer, so where are mine? Well, cosmetics do transfer over, it just comes down to a coin toss. Heads you get cosmetics, tails you lose everything. This really has not been the best launch. Hell, it wasn't even a good launch. But it's not worth it to complain about these problems, since they all got fixed in the end. So finally, what does Overwatch 2 have to offer? Not much. We have 5v5, 3 new heroes, 6 new maps, and a few reworks. That's really it. In fact, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, more content has been removed than new content was added. Tons of old maps, gone. XP progression, gone. The workshop, gone. Group finder, gone. Endorsement cards, gone. Priority passes, gone. On fire, gone. Arcade rewards, gone. Any sign of in-game progression is gone. And on top of all of that, 3 old characters were removed for 1 month each because of bugs. Overwatch 2 more like Overwatch divided by 2 because half the content's missing. But something that Blizzard didn't forget to update a whole lot was the monetization.
Got some money, got some cash, I'm rich, now I'm sad.
Overwatch 2's monetization is so awful it makes me miss loot boxes. Overwatch 1's monetization has always been extremely forgiving, mostly because the game had a price tag and their money didn't come solely from cosmetics. But now that the game is free, skins from 6 years ago cost $19. Emotes? $5. These useless things that can't even be seen by other players? $7. This pack of Lucios costs more in-game than in real life. This is ridiculous. These things were free back in Overwatch 1. 90% of the player base had them, and the 10% that didn't have them got them in the Overwatch Remix events. I repeat, Blizzard is charging us $19 for something that was free a week ago. But oh, this isn't even half of it. We also got the Battle Pass, which wins the prize for the worst Battle Pass I've seen in my life. We got 5 good skins, 3 free ones, and the rest is pure garbage. Leveling up is a complete chore and takes ridiculous amounts of time. And if you think this is okay because at least it doesn't affect the gameplay, you're wrong. Because the newest heroes are all part of the Battle Pass. And you can't even get them unless you buy them or grind 50 hours to get them. So you can't even play the game right if you don't have the Battle Pass. And the cherry on top, this pass isn't even refundable. And this is what Overwatch 2 has to offer. But hey, at least the game is more fun now. Oh, you gotta be kidding. So far, Overwatch 2's only saving grace is that it's a lot more fun than the first game, which is true. However, not even that would last. We would quickly see a huge drop in the quality of the content published, such as the new hero Ramatra, who features engaging gameplay such as 1. Shield 2. Shoot 3. Block. How fun. Blizzard also decided to backpedal on their decision to lower CC and decided to instead revolutionize the whole concept of CC by allowing your teammates to CC you instead.
Come here, will you?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm wasting time.
Get this. Huge.
However, Blizzard also made good changes, such as finally featuring currency in the Battle Pass. But wait, this currency isn't the currency you think it is, and is instead a garbage different type of currency that is there to simply trick people into buying the Battle Pass thinking it's refundable. This isn't even the worst part. The worst part is the newly improved competitive mode. For starters, the SR system is completely broken. Sometimes you can win 5 games in a row in D rank, or you can win 3 games and lose 4 and rank up. And some people get randomly put in the lowest rank possible, no matter what they do.
Let's go.
I got bronze 5.
So how did Blizzard fix this? They hit other people's ranks. And your own too. So now your rank only updates after 5 wins. And on top of this, Blizzard added a new feature to ranked play called involuntary smurfing, which is when diamond or higher players get put in lobbies with silvers or bronzes, because the matchmaking is completely broken. As for the rest of the new features, a lot of them seem to be missing. Actually, upon a closer inspection, a lot more is missing than I initially thought. The rest of the new maps, the new flag cosmetics, and most importantly, the PvE. I joked about this earlier, calling Overwatch 2 half a game, but in all honesty, that's all it was, half a game. And so the players asked Blizzard, what happened to all of these promises? And to all of these questions, Blizzard replied, do not worry, we are delaying these features until the full release of Overwatch. However, it will come soon, and it will fix everything. That's right, unlike what you may think, the game is still only in early access, and disappointed yet hopeful, the players echoed what Blizzard had told them. The PvE is still coming. Blizzard cut corners in the multiplayer so they could deliver the PvE. Everything will be fixed with the PvE. It will all be clear once the PvE comes. The PvE will bring Overwatch back into Overwatch 2 is the PvE. Just wait for the PvE. We will have so much fun when the PvE will comes. The PvE is what the PvE arrives. Everything is PvE. But when will the PvE arrive? Very soon. Just be a little patient. We have to wait so it's good. Keep on waiting. It will arrive just later. A little we have to wait so it's good. Just be a little patient. Keep on waiting. And so we waited for news. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. And then one day, finally, it came.
we announced Overwatch 2 in 2019, and a part of that presentation was about this always-on, deeply replayable PvE experience. And as work slowly continued on Overwatch 2, we began to pull more and more of our focus and energy away from the live game and all of the people that were playing it.
But at the same time, development on the PvE experience really hasn't made the progress that we would have hoped. The team has created a bunch of amazing content, but unfortunately the effort required to pull all of that together into a Blizzard quality experience that we can ship to you is huge. And so we're left with another difficult choice. Do we continue to pour all that effort into PvE, hoping that we can land it at some point in the future? Or do we stick with this set of values we've aligned on and focus on the live game and focus on serving all of you? With everything we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can't deliver on that original vision for PvE that was shown in 2019. What that means is that we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long-term power progression. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore.
3 years. We waited for 3 years. 3 years of emptiness, loneliness, despair, all waiting for the big day, and what did we get? A bunch of broken promises. Where did all of your work go? Where is everything you've shown us? We gave you so much time, and you gave us nothing. Nothing. At this point, Blizzard lost whatever little trust they had left, and less money than ever was entering their bank accounts. They had officially entered damage control, and things got so bad that they shut down the Overwatch League. Yeah. Things got so bad that one of the biggest esports in the world shut down their biggest tournament and paid each team $6 million to leave. And so Blizzard pulled their last card out of their sleeve. They would take some of the little crumbs from the PvE they spent years working on, along with some new content they had been working on, and release it all in one big update that would fix all of Overwatch's problems. We would get new maps, India, Gothenburg, New Junk City, along with a new core game mode called Flashpoint. We would get 3 separate missions from the PvE campaign that was promised, along with a new PvE mode that came from the cancelled hero missions the devs recycled. We will get a new support base around Sunlight, along with tons of new balance fixes. We would finally get some much needed progression, along with a lot of new cosmetics. We would get a new solo training mode where people can learn how to play different heroes and compete with each other to see who completes the different challenge courses the fastest. And I don't care about any of this. It was around this time that I realized we were trapped in a loop. The players would get disappointed by Blizzard, Blizzard would respond with more promises, the player base would get happy, and then Blizzard would underdeliver on their promises. Currently, we are here, and if my theory is correct, Blizzard is about to disappoint us. And I was correct. Don't get me wrong, what we got was very good and high quality. The new hero is extremely fun and engaging, and the PvE missions we got were a significant improvement from Overwatch 1. So why did I not care for it? Because you have to pay for the Overwatch Invasion bundle, which is what gives you access to more than half the content of this update. $15 is the price, and what do you get with these $15? You get 1000 Overwatch coins, which you can use to get the new battle pass with a new hero, and you get 3 PvE campaign missions, which total out for about an hour of content. $15 for a new hero and an hour of content. It's honestly disappointing. When you look at the roadmap for the Invasion update, it honestly looks decent, but this is what it looks like if we take out the monetization upgrades, along with the recycled content, the delayed content, and the Invasion bundle. This is it. About 30% of what was actually promised. The game also launched on Steam, which allowed players to finally uninstall that horrible, clunky Blizzard game launcher they were forced to use before. However, if you buy the Invasion bundle through Steam, you won't even get anything. For the first day of the Invasion update, players would buy the Invasion bundle through Steam and not get anything in return. $15 to the trash can, and all you could do was wait until Blizzard fixed it. This is embarrassing. I'd honestly like to see this game succeed, but I think that it never will, and that's because of 2 things: promises and greediness. Overwatch 2 was buried in so many unfulfilled promises that will most likely never be fixed, and no matter what Blizzard gives their player base, it will never be enough. And the fact that the higher-ups at Blizzard only care about trying to get as much money out of our wallets as they can completely halts whatever chance Overwatch had at ever becoming better. I spent years with this game, and I honestly really don't want to spend any more time with it. I've already wasted so much energy in this thing that at this point, I would rather play literally anything else. Games that were actually made with love and offer something new that can't be found anywhere else. And this is not it. This is the time I say goodbye to this chapter of my life. But before that, if any Overwatch developers are watching this, I would like to say one thing. Even though I feel disappointed, lied to, and scammed, I still appreciate the work you put into this game. I am aware you truly cared about Overwatch, and it was fully the fault of the higher-ups the game turned out the way it did. You guys did a great job with what you were given, and I can only hope that you will one day find freedom and make something that everyone will love, including you.
Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be Bastion.
Nerf Bastion.
You're Renzo Winston.
I wanna be Winston.